Hello everyone and welcome back once again. In today's session, we're going to discuss about the EmSAT Achieve math test, Algebra, chapter number 2. So I have named that chapter number 2 as Polynomials. As per the syllabus, the ministry has given a point-wise, but I have divided into chapters. In the previous session, we discussed about the first chapter, that is Math Foundation. If you have not gone through, please follow the link given in the description box below and you can go through that. In today's session, we're going to discuss about the 8 important questions of polynomial, how they appeared in the past EmSAT exams. I have created by referring to the students and also the past sample papers, and I found there are total 7 to 8 varieties of questions can be asked on polynomials. So let's discuss one by one. Question number 1 is based on the basic math operations what we can do on polynomials. It says the sum of 3a square plus ab minus b square minus a square plus 2ab plus 3b square and 3a square minus 10ab plus 4b square is. Basically, they are asking us when we add these terms, these expressions, what will be the result? And when we say about the sum, we have to add them. So when it comes about addition of polynomials, so rather than writing the term one below another and then adding like what we used to do for the numbers and all, just combine the like terms. So addition of polynomial is simply combine the like terms and summing them up. That's it. So when I'm saying combining the like terms, which type of terms we say as a like terms? For example, 3x square y and minus 5x square y are said to be like terms. To define the terms to be like terms, I just look at on the variables, not the numbers. So as long the term got x square y, such terms we call it as like terms. So here 3x square y and negative 5x square y are like terms. Same way, I have to look at to the similar term and I have to combine by referring to the sign what they have, plus, minus, and so on. So let's start. Let me start with the a square term. 3a square minus a square. So that is 3a square minus a square together gives me 2a square. 2a square plus 3a square total it's gonna be 5a square. Simply you can just add or subtract the number present with a square. 3 minus 1 plus 3. So for the first term what I'm gonna get it as 5. So I can get it as 5a square. So if you look at to this, by doing the first part itself, I'll be get rid of option A, option D, because 5a square is the first term what I must have. So next look at to the AB term, plus 1ab plus 2ab, basically 1 plus 2, 3ab minus 10ab plus 3 minus 10 together gives me minus 7ab minus 7ab. Unfortunately, it has in both the options. Then I have to do the next part also. Minus b square plus 3b square plus 4b square. Minus b plus 3b is gonna be 2b square. 2b square plus 4b square is gonna be plus 6b square. Rather than writing one down other and wasting your time, just combine the like terms. So my answer should be option B. What happens, most of the time when you just do the addition of the first term, you are able to eliminate by referring to that itself. Most of the time you are able to answer first based on the first and the second term only. So all competitive exams doesn't expect us to that I have to work 100% and then I have to get to the question. Just do the part of it, get eliminate whichever the option cannot be. If you are able to make a selection, do that. If not, go to the next step. After that, if you are able to make a selection, do that. If not, go to the next step, so that you can save some time and you'll be getting the right answer as well. All right. Question number 2 here is simplify 5x cube minus 7x square minus 8 minus, there is the second expression written entire thing in a bracket. So whenever question comes about simplifying, I just need to open the brackets and combine the like terms. When I say open the bracket, if there is a negative sign written in front, entire term of the bracket should be multiplied with the negative. So basically I have to change the sign of the term which is present within the bracket. For example, in this case, the term 4x square plus 5x minus 6 has been present after the negative sign. Change the sign of those terms and then combine the like terms. The first one, let it write as it is. So this becomes 5x cube minus 7x square minus 8. Now inside the bracket the term is plus 4x square, and when we multiply with negative that turns to negative 4x square. Then plus 5x multiplied by negative, it's gonna be minus 5x. Minus 6 multiplied by negative turns to positive 6. Indirectly what I'm doing, I'm just changing the sign of the term present in the brackets. Once you're done with that, combine the like term. That's the meaning of simplifying. Reduce it further. If you look at carefully, we have only one term which got a 5x cube. So first term of your option should be 5x cube. Just by this keeping in mind, I get rid of option D because option D has x cube. I supposed to get 5x cube. Next, combine the next like term with as per the order of x, that is the power of x. Negative 7x, negative 4x, negative 7, negative 4. Whenever the term have the same sign, you have to add them and you have to put the sign of that same. Okay, so negative 7 and negative 4 will be written as negative 11x squared. The second term should be negative 11. So I get rid of option B also because the second term we got here it as negative 6x squared. Answer may be either A or C. What is the next term? Next, look at to the next term. Here it has only one term of that negative 5x is there. There are no other to combine with that. So next is going to be negative 5x. So where the negative 5x we got? Here. So negative 5x is in option C. So A can't be the choice because option A says positive 5x. It should be negative. So I cancel it up. I get answer as C. Even though if you do it minus 8 plus 6, the result is going to be negative 2. So that's what I get. So the right answer to this question is option C. So especially for the polynomials, no need of doing entirely. Do the step by step. Look at to the option. Try to narrow down the option. So after the first order step, second step itself, most of the time you get answer, so that you can save some time to solving it. Question number 3 here is simplify. This question is based on the polynomial identities. There are three major polynomial identities what every student must know when we are dealing with polynomial, and I must say those are the universal identities what we need for EmSAT. What are those? The first one is generally we write it as a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square can be written in two ways. One can be written as a plus b times a plus b, and this can also be expanded as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is the first identity what I say. Now question comes, when do I use it in first way and when do I use it in a second way? Whenever a question includes simplify without expanding, try to write it in this way. Basically, when we are multiplying the two terms, for example, x times x, we write it as x square, right? So same thing, x square can also be written as x times x. Same thing I am writing here. A plus b whole square can be written as a plus b times a plus b. And whenever they say simplify, I use the first way. And when they use the word solve or expand, I have to expand that and I have to use it in the question, right? So second identity what I must know here is this, a minus b whole square. It could be with a minus b, x minus y, anything. So this is what the general rule what we follow. So which will be written as a minus b times a minus b, which can also be written as a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is what I say, I simplifying the identity. This is for the simplifying and this is for the solve or expand. The third and the most important here is this, a square minus b square. So let me tell you, there is a difference between the second one and third one. Okay, second identity a minus b, the together they are getting squared, but the third one is individual terms are getting squared. So that is after simplifying we get it as a plus b times a minus b. So that's what I get in terms of identity. So now these identity we have to use to solve the kind of questions what they have given. So let's use them. They say 16 minus x square, question asking us to simplify 16 minus x square by x minus 4 whole square. So when they say simplify, no need of expanding. But if you look at to the denominator is as per the second identity, something minus something whole square, but numerator, it is not at all in the form of identity. What should I do? I have to make it. To apply those rules, I have to make it up. It is like sometimes they don't give you, you have to make it up as per the identity, and then you have to apply. Now question comes how? If you look at to the numerator part carefully, what I'm getting here is 16 minus x square. So 16 minus x square further can also be written as 4 square minus x square. 4 square is 16, minus x square is already there, and the denominator becomes x minus 4 whole square. So that is what I can write. So let me write down here. So the numerator becomes 4 square minus x square as per the third identity, first term square minus second term square. So it becomes, which will be written as, like, let's take 4 square minus x square divided by x minus 4 whole square. I can write it as 4 plus x times 4 minus x. That's what I'm expanding as per the third identity. And numerator here is x minus 4 times x minus 4. That's it. Now what next? If you look into the numerator, we have 4 plus x and 4 minus x. Denominator, we have x minus 4. I can't cancel 4 minus x with x minus 4. Why? Because 3, minus 4 is not same as 4 minus 3, right? They are not same. They are not equal. Then what should I do then? If I can't cancel them, then how do I do? Further, how do we simplify? If you look at them very carefully, they have got just interchanged the position of the number and x, but with the negative sign. And whenever you get these kind of questions like number and the variables interchanged their place with the negative sign, then you have to take negative as a common factor from one of the term. You can take that common factor either from numerator or from denominator, doesn't matter. You have to take one of the term as a common factor as -1. So how do we do? Let me keep the numerator as it is. So 4 plus x times 4 minus x. The denominator term, whatever we have, x minus 4 can be written as -1 times 4 minus x. And the second term, let me keep it as it is, x minus 4, because I'm taking common factor only from the one term. So when I'm taking -1 as common factor, it's something like -1 times 4 is -4. -1 times negative x is going to be positive x. So I'm just writing that term in another way so that I can cancel up with the present in the numerator and denominator. What you can see in the numerator, one of the term we have 4 minus x. In the denominator also, one of the term we have 4 minus x. Now that let's cancel them. 4 minus x gets cancelled out, and then finally I left here as this. We left out with the numerator as 4 plus x, denominator as -1 times x minus 4. So which can also be written as, if you multiply by the negative in the denominator, both the term, what you get? Numerator becomes 4 plus x divided by denominator is going to be 4 minus x. So that is what I get answer to this question. 4 plus x or x plus 4, that is fine, and 4 minus x, I must say option A. This is how you apply the identities or the rules of polynomials to simplifying that. This is the one way what we can solve the questions by referring to the rules, that polynomial identities. But another way I can solve this question directly on calculator also. That is the what, if you don't know the rule or any identities, how to approach, how to simplify, still you can solve by using calculator. Now question comes how? So whenever a question comes like simplify or which of the following is equivalent to, especially in the polynomial, I suggest take some number for variables. Like we might have a variable like x, y, z something. Assign some numbers. Don't assign 0 or 1. That those options can give you multiple answers to be true. Assign the number like 2, 3, 4, or whichever your favorite number. Assign it, your lucky number, whatever you can say, assign it, and then substitute those values as it is in the given equation. So let me start with, as we have only one variable, let me take the value of x as 2. You can take any number, okay? I'm just taking by default, I'm taking it as 2. You can take 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter. When you take a value of x as 2, and carefully if you put the value of x as 2 in this expression and check it out what answer you get. Check it out what answer you get. Let's use the calculator here. So we have like fraction. So I'll be writing first, pressing on the fraction button so that a box by box which opens. Then let me write it as it is 16 minus, at the place of x I have to write 2. So make it as 2 square divided by, open the bracket, value of x is here is what, 2 minus 4, close the bracket, make whole square. What I'm getting, after pressing that equal, I'm getting the answer here it as 3. So what I'm saying, when I take a value of x as 2, this entire thing, this entire expression giving me the answer as 3. Now what should I do? Same value of x, whatever I have substituted here, put it into the each option, each and every option, and which option gives me the same answer as what we got here, that will be your choice. As I already know, the first one is the correct one, so let's just check it up. So when you take the value of x as 2 and put it in the first equation, what happens? You can simplify by calculator also, okay? It's gonna be 2 plus 4 divided by 4 minus 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 4 minus 2 is 2. Answer is 3. See, I'm getting that. This is the same as what I got by calculator. Which option gives me the same answer, I go with that. So this is another way that what I can solve by completely using calculator. In this case, no need of memorizing the identities and all. Take values, put it up, get down that answer, same value, put it into the option, which option gives me the same answer, what I got by calculator, that itself is the choice. All right, this is the best way when you don't know. Question number 4 here is, if 2x minus 4 by 2 minus 3 is equal to negative x plus 3 by 3, what is the value of negative 2x? This is a pure polynomial equation to find x. Solve x, find x, what is the value of x, or what is the value of minus 2x plus 3x, anything they ask you. So this is how the question will be asked. Now, this is an polynomial. From this one, I should get the value of x, and that value of x, I have to multiply by negative 2 to get the whatever the answer which you are looking, right? Then how do we solve this? One way of solving the polynomial is just like without using calculator, I bring all the like term to the one side and the constants to the other, and I combine them, multiply, divide, do whatever, and we get the final answer. That's how do we generally solve. But EmSAT allows us to use a calculator. Rather than doing in that way, we can take a help of calculator. And of course, I can put this equation as it is in the calculator, and calculator will give me what is the answer for x. And I'll be using a calculator only and only in the situations when they say find x, what is the value of x, solve for x, what is the equivalent to x. Whenever these kind of words they are using, I'll be using the calculator in the way what I'm gonna show now. So other, if it is a quadratic, cubic, complex number, something there, the way of operating is different, but I'm using now only to solve, to find the value of x. To operate a calculator, start straightforward. First of all, I need to type this question straightforward as it is in the calculator, and to type it I have to follow some instructions. So what are those? I'll be writing 3 important points which will help you to solve any questions to find a value of x, and the same thing you have to use it whichever the scientific calculator, whether you have a Casio one or any other, that gonna work. So what is the first point, or what is the first step? What should I do? There are 3 possibilities what I supposed to do. The first step here is gonna be to type x in the calculator. I should press on the button alpha. This is the name of the button, okay? To type x in the calculator, I should press on the button alpha. Then you have to press the button which is below the sign, where it is written like, the close bracket button. So on the top of it, there will be an x written. First, you're gonna press alpha, and then you press that bracket button so that x will be shown in the calculator. Now, the second point here is to type equal sign between the calculator. See, equal sign, this sign, to type this sign in the calculator, you have to press alpha, again the same button, what we are saying, alpha, then you have to press the button called calc. So alpha is the button, and then the next button what you're gonna press is gonna be calc, and this above the calc you find a equal sign. Okay, and the third and the most important step is to solve, to find x. Basically, to find x, there are three magical steps what I follow, basically three magic buttons, and with that one we will be getting it. As to find the x, I should first press on the button shift, then press on the button calc, then press on the button equal on your calculator, not alpha, calc, shift calc equal. So I must write, first I have to press it on the shift button, that is my first step what I do for solving. Second, I have to press on the button calc, that is the second thing what I do. Third one, when I press on the button equal, after pressing on the equal, whatever the value you get, that will be the answer for x. Sometime what happens, when you are just using pressing button shift and calc, calculator shows you the answer, but that will be the previous one. So whatever you have done before, that answer will be shown to you, that will be not your value. Okay, after pressing shift calc equal, what answer you get, that is the value of x. So you have to type that equation carefully and you'll be getting it up. Let's do this. Let's follow the instructions given and let's to find the value of x here. I need to type the value of x, I have to find the value of x first. So let me do this. Let me type this equation as it is. It is a fraction, so I press here and then type that equation. To type x, as I said, I have to press on the button alpha and this button. You can see that the button close bracket above it, which has x, which is written in the same color as the alpha button. Alpha x minus 4, come down. To come down, press the arrow button, then 2. Now to go up, press the arrow which is pointing to the right side, negative 3. To put an equal in between, alpha calc, that is the second step what I'm following. And then again we have a fraction, so I'll be doing it as negative alpha x positive 3 divided by 3. So what I did, I just typed the way the equation is. I think that's it. Yeah, so I typed the equation how it is. Then after you're done with that, on your calculator you have to press shift calc and equal. So mine is a simulator, it's just giving me answer only after shift and calc, but on the physical calculator you must press shift calc equal. From this, what I got a value of x as 4.5, or which is also equivalent to, you might also get it as 9 by 2, which is same. After that, I got a value of x as 9 by 2 or 4.5. This value of x should be multiplied by negative 2. Let me tell you, question asking me to solve for negative 2x. Unfortunately, 4.5, which is also same as 4.5, don't go with this. After solving for x, don't rush it. Okay, this is my answer, because we have to solve for the negative 2x. So put the value of x as over there, or basically multiply that result by negative 2. Negative 2 times 9 by 2, that gives me negative 9. So negative 2 times 4.5, negative 9 is the answer. We should go with option B. Irrespective of the any equation may have a like decimals, fractions, whatever. When it comes about find x, solve x, what is the value of x, I just need to follow these three magical steps and you'll be getting answers. Question number 5 is, which of the following is a solution to the equation 3x squared equal to 4x plus 2? They're asking us which of the following option is a solution to the given equation. So as the highest power of x is 2, these kind of equation we call it as a quadratic equation. And what is the general form of a quadratic equation? Generally we write it as ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So quadratic equations are those which highest power of x is 2, and when we solve such equations, you'll be getting the two values of x. and those two values of x are called zeros of a quadratic equations, roots of a quadratic equations, solution to the quadratic equation, or x-intercepts. So many different words will be used. This is purely a calculator type question. Quadratic, cubic, system of equations, those all can be done straightforward on calculator. You just need to learn how to solve. Whichever calculator you have, learn how to solve by that. So because different calculator has different way to solve, based on the specification of your calculator, you can learn it. So here most of the calculator what I'm going to talking about is the Casio FX991 ES or ES plus. So they are very convenient. You can also go with Casio FX991 EX class Viz. There are 2 to 3 calculator. They are very feasible for EmSAT and they are used to solve most of the questions, even though derivatives, integrations and all. We'll see in the upcoming classes. So which of the following is a solution to the equation here? So whatever the equation which has given to us, which is not in the standard form, they have given 3x square equal to 4x plus 2. Then what should I do? I have to make it into standard form. So we can make it into standard form either by taking this 3x square to the other side, and I know that whenever we take a number from left to right, the sign should be changed. There are two possibilities here. Either I can take this 3x square to the other side, or I can take this 4 and this 2 to the other side. Doesn't matter. That's fine. So let me start with the other way around. Okay, generally we take it as all to the left side. So let me start with this. 3x square minus 4x minus 2 equal to 0. This is of the same of what we have written in general way. Now to solve such questions and such quadratic equation on the calculator, I'm talking about the steps of Casio FX991ES. This is also for ES plus, and this is also true, yeah, ES and ES plus. And for the Casio class Viz, you have to select on the menu polynomials degree 2, and then you'll be getting this kind of window. So let me show that. So once you open with the calculator, so here I have a simulator. I just need to press on the button mode. I have to select the type. But when I'm talking about this calculator, first you have to press on the button mode. Then you have to press button 5. After pressing button mode, you'll be seeing the list of operations can be done on calculator. 5 is corresponds to the solving the equation. It written EQN. And we are selecting a 3 because 3 is used for type 3 is the button used to solve quadratic. You can see there it will be generally written ax square plus bx plus c. So mode 5.3 is the way to solve quadratic equations. So mine have a simulator. I just press on the button mode and I select the type. So this is how the window opens. So you have to just put the carefully the values present, or basically the number present with x square, number in front of x and alone. So that's what we say, number with x square, which we also call it as a coefficient. So it's gonna be 3. After pressing that, press equal. Next number is minus 4. Press equal. Next number is minus 2. Press equal. As you entered all the three values, that is 3, minus 4, minus 2, when you press the one time equal, you are getting that answer. What I'm getting? Minus 2 root 10 plus 4 by 6. That is times 1 by 6. I'm getting something like minus 2 root 10. So which can also be written as whatever they are saying, minus 2 root 10 plus 4 by 6, or it can also be written as 4 minus 2 root 10 by 6. So which can be further simplified as, because 6, 4, 2, they all comes in a 2 times table, I can further reduce it. Your calculator gives the exact one, okay? So whatever the option has included, which can be written as 2 minus root 10 divided by 3. So we can, after simplifying further, I get it as this answer. So 2 minus root 10 divided by 3, luckily which is available. So 2 minus root 10 divided by 3, I go with option D. See, if this is not the answer, when you press equal again, calculator shows the another answer. This is gonna be 2 plus root 10 by 3. So whatever the two answers I'm getting, basically one is gonna be 2 plus root 10 by 3, another one is 2 minus root 10 by 3. Among these two, which one is available? The first one is available, 2 minus root 10 by 3. I select this. So your calculator might show the option what I got first, maybe second time. So just you have to press once, equal, you get one value, press equal again, you'll get another value, and based on that decide it. Okay, so definitely out of 2, 1 will be there if you put the values carefully. Question number 6 is, how could the following equations be factored to find zeros? They are asking us factor the following polynomial to find the zeros indirectly. When it comes about factor the polynomial, first of all, look which type of polynomial it is. It is a polynomial with degree 3, basically a cubic polynomial. What is the general formula for cubic polynomial? We write it as ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. And straightforward, I have to use a calculator to get the values of like x. When the highest power of x is 3, there will be two values for x, two answers for x. And what are those? I can find it up that by using a calculator. So how do we operate a calculator? If you have a Casio FX991ES or ES plus, you're gonna press on the mode, then you have to press on the 5, then 4. If you have any other calculator, please learn how to solve a cubic equation on the calculator. All scientifics are not all, almost scientific calculator supports these operations. There are some very basic, so that won't be, but most of the scientific calculator supports how do we solve the equations. So when you compare the standard equation with what we got, it is gonna be x cube minus 3x square minus 4x equal to 0. In the given equation, we don't have anything about the constant term, that is the term alone. Basically, we don't have value for d. So whenever we are some number or the term are missing, we have to put 0 for it. Not necessary to put here, but while operating in the calculator, we have to use the missing number is 0. In some case, for example, I have an equation as x cube minus 4x plus 10. So in this case, x square term is missing. Basically, the b term is missing. For that, we have to put 0. Whichever the term missing, I put 0 for it. And whichever is available, I'll be putting just the number present in front. So let's use a calculator. Let's use it and solve this like the equation what we have written. So we have to go with mode type like 5 4, so I select mode and the type here, so it's gonna be cubic. So that is how the window of the calculator opens. I have to type a b c and d values carefully. A is basically the number with x cube in front of, we don't have any, so there will be 1. If nothing means coefficient of x cube is 1, so I should put it as 1, press it equal, number with x square is minus 3, press it equal, number with x is minus 4, press it equal, only number, a constant term, a d, which is 0 as we don't have it, press it equal. Once you're done with that, press equal, you get a first value for x, x1 meaning first value of x. I'm getting x is equals to -1, second value is 0, third value is 4. I got a 3 values basically, x equal to -1, x equal to 0, x equal to 4. These are called zeros of polynomial or roots of polynomial. So now question asking us, how could the following equations be factored to find zeros? Whatever the equation they have given to us, how do we factor it to find the zeros? When they say find the zeros, set up that equation equal to 0 and do that. So basically, I should select the option which includes zeros as -1, 0 and 4. This is the option, whatever they have written in a both the way, zeros and also the factored form of it. So how do we write the factored form? If x equal to -1 is the 0 of it, when you take this negative to the other side, then it becomes x plus 1 is the factor, x equal to 0. So it is like, we can't do that with the anything. So x equal to 4, then x minus 4 is a factor. So when we are talking about here, it's basically x minus 0, I'll be getting x itself is factor. When you multiply them, x times x plus 1 times x minus 4. These are the factors, and the zeros of those are -1, 0, 4. So which option includes that? Or 0, -1, 4, and these are the factors. What I got? Option B. No need of doing such in a detail, and no need of even doing the finding factor. I'm just telling you like how we can convert zeros to factors. So once I am done with the calculator part, I just carefully look at to the number where we have -1, 0, and 4. That's it. We can get it up with the answer whatever we're gonna get. So option B. Question number 7 here is, which of the following is an equivalent expression to the expression shown below if x is not 0? They are saying that here they have given you some expression. Which of the following is equivalent to this? Whenever they are asking you which of the following is equivalent to this, what I can say, which expression gives me the one of the options given here? There are two possibilities. One, you can take the value of u as some number, x as some number, carefully put it in. You have to take the two different numbers. Let's take, if you are taking x as 2, u as 3. Put it carefully. What answer you get? Which option matches that? That will be your choice. That is by default. I use a calculator and I solve. Just try and see that. It must work. And the second one is, if you see to this equation expressions carefully, what you can see that basically we are doing addition and subtraction on the fractions. A polynomial which is in the fraction forms, we are doing addition and subtraction. And whenever comes about addition and subtraction of a fractions, what should I do? First of all, I have to make a denominators to be same. So we have to make common denominator. Whenever it comes about the addition and subtraction, make a common denominator. So how do we do that? If you look at these expressions, 3 by x plus 5u by 2x minus u by 4. Now how do I make a denominator to be same? Look at the given denominator very carefully, and if any term or any number which are multiples of other, you have to check it up. If any number or any term which are multiples of other, and you have to consider them and just multiply by this some number to get the same value. If not, if any term which are not multiples of each other and they won't come into their any of their tables, then I have to do like multiply those individual terms with the other which are not a part of it. For example, in our case, x and 4, they never come into the same times table. If I multiply, if I write the 4 times table or 2 times table, x and 4, they never come. So what should I do? X and 4 are completely different. To make the denominator to be same, I have to multiply the term x by 4. If I'm multiplying here, it should be multiplied in the numerator also. And I have to multiply the last term which has a 4 in the denominator by x. If I'm multiplying here, I have to do multiplication here also. Now I got 4x here, together 4x, and together here 4 times x, 4x. But another term has just 2x. How do we make that to be the same like a 4x? So multiply that by 2. So if you are multiplying here by 2, multiply here also by 2. That's how I make a common denominator. You have to be like, make everything same in the denominator. Once you're done with that, what you left in the numerator? You left in the numerator as 4 times 3, which is 12, plus 5u times 2 is gonna be 10u minus ux. That divided by, once the denominator turns to common like 4x, 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 no need of writing them separately, and don't add them. Okay, so you have to just write it as once divided by 4x, which is a common denominator. Which one matching this simplified one? So option B, 12 plus 10u minus u divided by, it should be ux divided by 4x. Okay, unfortunately I think I made some error while doing it. So 12 plus 10u minus ux divided by 4x. So the right answer to this question is option B. Keep here, it's not just 4, it is 4x. Okay, that's how the questions will be asked on addition or subtraction of polynomial. Thumb rule is, make a denominator to be same and just add or subtract the number present in the numerator. Possible to combine, combine. If not, leave them as it is. That's it. Question number 8 here is, the equation above expresses the approximate height h in meters of a ball t seconds after it launched vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 25 meter per second. After approximately how many seconds will the ball hit the ground? It's basically a pure physics question, projectile motion, something like. So the ball has been thrown initially with the initial velocity of 25 meter per seconds. And now question asking us, when the ball has been thrown to fall again on the ground, after how long it will happen? So I just write generally, let's take suppose, consider this is the ground and ball is here. The ball has been thrown upward initially with the initial velocity as 25 meter per seconds, and ball goes up, goes to the highest point, and again it has to fall on the ground. Now question says, from the time of thrown till the time it hits on the ground, what is the time? What is the total time it took? It means, another word, for how long the ball was in the air. So that's what I can say. We have to calculate the time. Now how do we do that? If you look into this there, and if you read the last sentence carefully, after approximately how many seconds will the ball hit the ground? When the ball hit the ground, the value of h is equal to 0. On the ground the height is gonna be 0, and if you substitute the value of h as 0 in this equation, your equation becomes like this: minus 4.9 t square plus 25t equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation of the type ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. We don't have any constant term, so I can put 0 for it. So I just need to use a calculator to solve this one as mod 5 3. Take help of calculator, put these values, and you get the answer. So what we're gonna get it as? We're gonna get the values. Just type it carefully, this equation, and see what you get. So mod 5 3. So minus 4.9, press it equal, then 25, press it equal, constant term, the value of c is 0, press it equal. After that you get a two answer. One I'm getting it as 5.10, another one I'm getting it as 0. There are two values of t. One is gonna be 5.10 seconds, another one is gonna be 0 seconds. So which is the nearest value available to it? Option D. So they are asking us to calculate approximately how many seconds, and the option they have given us the approximate values, not the accurate one. So this is how you solve the kind of questions on polynomial. So that's it for today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. In the upcoming videos, I'll be updating you the next chapters of EmSAT Achieve math test. I will be covering the most important questions, how they appeared in the past exams, and also share to your friends so that also they can also get benefited of it. All right. Thank you so much, and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.